Narcissists will take your words, use them against you. We call that weaponizing your words. And here's how it kind of works. First of all, the narcissist, is very experienced. They've been down this road multiple times. It's like a conveyor belt. You're just one victim on a long line of other victims, and they've done it before many times. They will do it again many times. What are they doing? Well, they're screwing people over. They're narcissists. They're taking others and hurting them so they can boost their own ego. They get supply. That's what we call that. So, number one is narcissists, we need to know, are experienced. They know what's going to happen. They know that eventually, even though you think they're your best friend at the moment, or you may think this is a genuine love interest at the moment, they know eventually you're going to find them out. Because they're not perfect and they know that. They won't admit it, but they know it. But they have this amazing confidence that they're so good at playing you that when you find them out, they can destroy you. So they will never be done trying to get supply out of you one way or the other. Either through trauma bonding or just through the joy of hurting you after they've been found out. The second thing we need to keep in mind is, yes, they're going to weaponize your words. Which words will they weaponize? Just about anything. Now, the narcissist will take your words even if they're positive. When you're talking about someone else to the narcissist, you may be saying something glowing about this other person, but the narcissist has a way of taking those words and turning them so that when he goes to this other person and says, you know what, then, in my case, they would say, you know what Ken said about you? And when the narcissist presents it, it will sound as though I was trash talking this person. And the other person remembers, we had this experience together or conversation together, so the other person knows that I or you have been talking about them. What they don't know is we were talking about them in a positive light. But the narcissist makes it sound like we were talking about them critically, that we were smearing them. Well, what is the advantage of that? What is the advantage of a narcissist doing that? Well, what happens is he's or she is driving a wedge between you and this other person. That's how they control people. That's how they get their narcissistic supply, or boost their ego is a better way to say it. So the second thing they do is they weaponize your words. They use your words as weapons against you. Now we call this number 3, or I call it confidence talking. So they have won your confidence. In that early love bombing and love bonding stage, they get you talking and they listen very carefully because they have your confidence at this stage. What they're doing is they're gathering information. Now, they may even do this unconsciously, I suppose. But whatever, they just innately take whatever you say and they retain it. They are a data bank of information based upon things that you have said. It's in their brain. Number 4 is triangulation, something we've already touched on before without using the word, but they are involving others. So it's you, the narcissist, and this other person. This other person could be a friend, another friend. This person could be a family member, could be a neighbor, could be an associate, could be somebody that you work with. It's another person. So there are 3 of you involved in this triangulation. And again, what the narcissist is doing is driving a wedge between you and this other person. He or she is controlling both of you. Why would anybody do this? I mean, that is so pointless. It is so stupid. It is so insane. It makes absolutely positively no sense. It's not logical. It's not rational. So why do they even do it? Well, because it boosts their ego. I mean, that's it. So they are hurting, destroying your relationship with this other person for the express purpose of the satisfaction of being in control. It makes them feel smart, makes them feel like a player. In their mind, they're geniuses because they're hurting you and they're hurting somebody else and you didn't catch on till now. Number 5 is, well, you got to move into a self-protection mode. What do? Well, sometimes there's not a whole lot you can do. because the narcissist is now engaged in a full force smear campaign, just wiping you out. Have you been there before? You know exactly what I'm talking about. I suspect that right now you have a person or persons in your mind, narcissist, where you recall this person just trying to destroy you, and you're trying to think to yourself, what can you do to protect yourself? And you're amazed that your friends, sometimes your family members, people you thought were your friends, are now turning against you because the narcissist is in this smear campaign mode. Because you found him out, you found her out, and they knew it was coming, they prepared for this moment. Well, here's what you can do about it. It worked for me and many times, and I think it may work for you. You could try it, but I just tell the truth or I say nothing at all. My strategy generally has been to stay in my lane, stay out of the mess. Let the narcissist do what he will do. Eventually, he or she will go away. And still, if I have to speak up about it, I'm just going to tell the truth. That's something the narcissist fears. It is something the narcissists hate. Your best protection, your best defense, your best armor against the narcissist smear campaign is truth, And a lot of people, they figure this out. A lot of people don't. That's okay. If I have friends who are naive and gullible enough to believe a narcissist after they've known me for years, maybe I don't want them in my friend circle any longer. So the narcissist, in a sense, doing us a favor, right? Number 6 is this. They will keep watching. They don't go away. So you think, all right, you've been discarded. And the narcissist has gone on his way. You have gone on your way. But the narcissist is still smearing you. And in my experience, they're paying attention. They're watching you from afar. They have their ear to the ground, so to speak. They're watching what you're doing. They're watching where you're going. I've actually had narcissists follow me into business establishments, into stores, into restaurants, and trash talk me to the manager after I left. They're just that obsessive, and there's absolutely positively no logical, rational reason for them to destroy good people other than it boosts their ego. And I should have caught on earlier because I watched them do the same thing to other people, but I thought, nah, this is my friend. He would never do this to me. Or she will never treat me that way because, well, we're buddies. We have an understanding. If they do it to other people, I said this earlier, but if they do it to other people, they will do it to you, guaranteed. So that is the sign. That is the telltale sign of a narcissist, is you see them, hear them smearing other people, even in that love bonding stage. Then sometimes they will decide that maybe they can win back your trust. Now, I've never had a problem with this. A lot of people like to call this hoovering, where they suck their victims back in and try to go for another run. Never done that with me for some reason, but I know what happens because so many other people talk about it. So they're watching you, and now maybe they'll say, I think I can dupe this guy again. And I think I can bring him or her, speaking of you, back into my circles, my circle of influence. Maybe I can do it. And they try. They often do. And sometimes, I hope you're not this gullible. I hope you're not this naive, but apparently some of us are, and you fall for it. If once a narcissist has been discovered, the best thing to do is just stay away from them. That's been my experience. Stay away from them, tell the truth. Those are the 2 strategies. Stay in your lane, don't make waves, which is another way of saying go gray rock or whatever you want to call it, and just keep telling the truth. Eventually, just like you caught on to the narcissist, other people will catch on to the narcissist. And I've been in that place myself where, I saw the narcissist take advantage of other people, and I didn't catch on to it because he or she was being nice to me. But I found out the hard way. All right, after hoovering, what happens then? Well, let's tie this all together. What we need to understand is from the very beginning, if we're going to have a friendship, it can't be a one-way friendship. Or if we're going to have a relationship, maybe it's a love relationship, it can't be a one-way relationship. And the thing we've got to watch out for at the very beginning is the narcissist will pretend that it's not a one-way relationship. They will treat you very kindly. They will go out of their way to help you. At least that's been my experience. Some of them be very kind to you, and you'll say, hey, this is a two-way relationship. This person really cares about me, really going out of their way to please me. So I'm going to go out of my way to please him or her. Yeah, that's the trap. They're nice to us. We will be nice to them so they can win our confidence, and we fall for it. So when we tie this together, what we're saying is we need to watch out for those one-way friendships and be wary of the fact that there are some bad people out there. And eventually they will dupe us. And we also need to keep in mind that none of us are exempt. I don't know of any person who has any kind of social network whatsoever that hasn't been duped by a narcissist. Which makes me wonder, maybe you have some thoughts on this. What happens when narcissists try to dupe each other? I wonder how that would work. We'll see you all next time.